Welcome back to my channel. I'm Daisy. I usually speak about mental health and mental health issues, and today we're going to talk about self-esteem and validation. Literally, we're just going to talk about validation more and how it plays a very big role in your self-esteem. And let's just dig into the video. So the ways that you validate yourself and ways that you invalidate yourself. I don't know where I'm going to start with, but I prefer to start with ways that you invalidate yourself. So guys, this is how you know you're invalidating yourself. When you avoid your own feelings. Oh my god, I'm so big on this, like avoiding my own feelings. Literally, like when I'm going through a very hard time, I'll tend to think about other people's problems just to help me escape from what I'm really feeling. And the second point is sacrificing your own voice to keep others comfortable. I believe that even when someone has wronged you, there is a certain way that you can speak to them, and they will listen to you. It doesn't matter what they have done to you. Most of the times I think someone can do you wrong, but because you don't want to cause any trouble, or you don't want issues, or you don't want maneno mingi, you just decide to keep quiet. So it's like something that is repetitive all the times. There's sometimes when silence is the key, when silence is the answer, and the other times, trust you me, when you sacrifice your own voice for other people's comfortability, it's not the way. Point is giving when you're feeling empty. This is one issue of my life that I'm really struggling with right now. I'm just trying to put myself first in everything. I know, like, from the outside view it can seem a little bit of selfish, but when I look at it, like, I cannot give from an empty cup. I have to be filled. And if I don't have, somewhere that I can vent to and tell someone, oh, I'm feeling this, and maybe get an encouragement from someone, I don't really get the point of going out of my way to help someone, and then after that I feel so much empty inside. So to me, it's just like striking the balance and knowing when to help and not when to help. The last thing that I'll say you do when you invalidate yourself is when you compare yourself to people. You hear the cliche what is it called, quote that people say that comparison is the killer of joy, and this is very true. I mean, most of the times we try to compare ourselves to people, and we look like, oh my god, they have achieved this and they have achieved that, and that just makes us feel bad about ourselves and feel like we're not making any progress. Remember to always enjoy the process. The results will come back later, but when you're looking at something and you really want to achieve the results without enjoying the progress, then I think you're comparing yourself with people, and there is no one like you in this world technically, and no one can do exactly what you do. So I don't see what they compare. When talking about validation, there are different type of people. There's some people that are so comfortable in who they are that they don't even care what people say about them. Now there is this other set of people who they draw their strength, and they draw their can I say it, they feel good about themselves after someone telling them something. So when someone tells you something bad, of course you're not going to feel good about yourself. It's very good to get to a point whereby you're so comfortable in who you are that you really don't care what people think about you. Some people were brought up in homes whereby their parents really validated them. Their parents were the first one to tell them, you're so pretty, you're smart. What if you didn't get that from a parent, and you are craving that for maybe, let's say, 19 years, 20 years, and then when you go to the outside world, someone else comes and tells you that, and of course you'll feel a type of about it, and you will, it will be like you're craving that from that person. Some people just post that one photo for that one person to tell them you look cute. I mean, the photo can have 1 million likes, it can have 2,776 comments, and if that comment from that one person is not there, they don't feel good about themselves. So are you that type of person who you post so that one person can validate you and tell you, oh my god, you're so pretty, or you look beautiful, and once they tell you that your day is made, when they don't tell you that, you just feel like there is something that is missing. You really have to sit back and think, I mean, there's something wrong. One way to validate yourself is you practice self-love. Most of the times we say I love myself, I put myself first, but this is a challenge. Do you love yourself on your worst days? The days that you wake up and not feel beautiful and your stomach is bloated and you are having period cramps, and I mean your day is just like, your day is bad, do you still even love yourself through that? Most of the times we say we love ourselves, but it is when we only feel good about ourselves, and we throw self-love out of the window when we feel bad about ourselves and we really criticize ourselves. That is another point. Don't be too hard on yourself and don't criticize yourself. So we criticize ourselves so hard. Oh my god, why am I having this? Why is this happening to me? Like, you jeez, take life easy, man, chill. Another way to validate yourself is you have to make friends with rejection. I mean, rejection comes in very many ways, and the other people that are not used to hearing no or telling people no. And let me just say, I also struggled with this until nowadays. Hey, saying no is something that has just started to become natural to me. So when someone rejects you, you get to a point where you're like, okay, they have rejected me, it's okay. That does not mean that there is something wrong with me. Maybe I'm not just their cup of tea. And that is what I always say. Some people prefer coffee and maybe your tea. And some people prefer tea. So people that prefer tea, of course, they'll be drawn towards you. People that prefer coffee, oh my god, they'll just reject you. And others don't have the best ways to reject people. And that is just one thing you learn about everybody. They can't be like you. Not everybody will be like you. So just make rejection your friends. Just like, okay, fine. Oh, you said it was not good enough. Okay, and don't take things too personal. Sometimes you take things too personal. Oh my god, he said I was not good enough, so I'm not good enough, and it's okay, fine. I mean, that is what you say and that is your opinion, but that is not what I'll tell myself every morning when I wake up. It's different. And let me just tell you the truth, some days are better than others. Some days you'll feel bad about yourself and you just need someone to tell you, and some days you just feel about yourself and just a compliment even from a stranger will just make your day. So I'm gonna say, like, don't listen to what other people say, but really know how to filter what you don't need and what you need and what you don't want people to say about you. Another thing is not be apologetic for being different. For very long I struggled with this. Sometimes you really want to fit in a square box. I have a friend of mine, she was telling me that I'm saving, I want to buy an iPhone. I don't know what type of iPhone she told me, but she was like, and I was like, why do you want to buy an iPhone? Imagine all my friends have iPhones. You can have an Android. Okay, I know this example is it's awkward, but you don't have to be like everyone else. The things that seem different to you are the things that you should embrace. They're your biggest strengths. Right now, kwanza, when you're a teen, you feel like, oh my god, this is how I look like. All my friends are in hair, or all my friends have this skin tone, or all my friends are looking in this manner. And now I'm there and I'm just like so different. I'm wondering what's wrong with me. Why can't I be like someone else? You don't have to be like someone else for you to feel good about yourself. Just embracing your curves, embracing your belly, embracing everything about you that makes you different. In fact, something that makes you different is something that really makes you stand out if you really use it well. Say, focus on progress, not on outcomes. Enjoy the journey, take a day at a time, create memories, enjoy good moments. And guys, let me just tell you, self-validation, it's possible. And as a Christian, I'll say, for me, it's what God says about me and what I say about myself. And if I wake up and say something negative about myself, then really I'm breaking myself down and I'm not building myself up. There are some people that will validate you. Yeah, that is very good, and they will validate you good. They will be positive about it and they'll tell you the truth. But make sure you don't draw your energy out of that. Make sure you're so comfortable in who you are to a point whereby if someone is coming to your life, they're just coming as a compliment. They're not coming to fill you or to fill a void or to make you not feel a certain feeling of loneliness or anything. And when you validate yourself, your self-esteem goes high, because self-esteem issues most of the times many people that are suffering from self-esteem issues is what was said to them. You hear like, oh my, they told me that I won't amount to nothing, and now that I failed this, I think their words were true. And it came from validation and people validating you. So when you get to a point whereby you learn to validate you and use the word of God to validate you, then I think you will have crossed the mark, and you'll have reached to a point whereby you're self-aware. So guys, that is all that I have for you today. I'm so happy that I had to make this video. I'm so apologetic because I didn't post last week, but we move, right? I'm Daisy. I love you and God loves you. Bye bye.